off my fasting, and the first thing that I need to do is to measure my weight. But before doing that, welcome to my channel. My name is Lindy Sherries. In this channel we talk about spiritual things regarding God, my mistakes, my personal developments, business. If you are in such path with me, you can subscribe to this channel. Please guys, please do subscribe. And now let's see my weight so that we can measure afterwards. So my current weight is 79.2 locked, and now at least we'll know how to measure. So I didn't set a mission or like a target of what I want to achieve, but then I'll just see how much weight I can lose in just 5 days, and then from there we'll keep doing these fasts. Maybe I'll do a Daniel fast, or maybe I'll do, just sacrifice one thing like bread, sweets sometimes. So that's the plan. And while doing this fast, I will also put some lessons there, things that I've learned, especially things that I've learned in biblical counseling, things like raising kids, and Rudy, maybe things like preparing for marriage, things like making a decision as a Christian, things like the power of words, topics like that, things that are going to really develop us as spiritual beings. And now please join me on this journey. I know it's not going to be easy. It is first day, and now it's around 6 o'clock. I should have recorded this in the morning, but I guess I was busy. So now day one, it is done. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Day 2, baby. If you hear me shouting and talking loud, it's because I still have energy in me. And I started this with a strategy, but before going to my strategies and all, let me first tell people what is going on. I am fasting for 5 days. I started yesterday, it was a Friday, and it will end on Tuesday, and I'll only start eating on Wednesday. I have a strategy of how I'm going to break the fast and then what I want to achieve. Yesterday I did measure myself. The weight is 79 kg, guys, which is way too much. I mean, for such a person with my body and the structure as well, I think I've gained so much the past few days. Not even past few days, I think from December, I was just here. There's just a lot of events that were happening, and I was just eating. I have this love for bread, amakeke, which is scones, and I just love baking things that are baked, your croissants. So I've been eating, and I've gained too much weight. So now I'm dealing with that. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lindy Sherries. In this channel we challenge ourselves. So, I mean, something like this is not something that I would normally do, but then it is one of those tick that I need to do, and at the same time it's something that I need to do because it's affecting my health. And as I age gracefully and nice, and for those of you who didn't watch my previous video, I am actually 44, guys, and I did say that I'm planning to reverse my age and continue looking nice because God has blessed me with good genes. So obviously in this channel we talk about God, who's my anchor, who's my strength, who's my hope, who gave us grace and who gave us a second chance through Jesus Christ. So I am very grateful to be living this life, and so grateful for everything that I have, my house, my kids, and my side hustles, which is currently supporting me right now because I haven't been working since last year June. By choice. I actually resigned from my job because I wanted to focus more on my crypto business, and so far we are doing well, but there are challenges, guys. There are challenges. So I want to talk about those challenges, and before starting with the challenges, because I'm all over, I feel like I'm all over this channel as well, we talk about business, we talk about things that people wouldn't normally share, and people will just share the good side of life when the boyfriend buys flowers, when the husband take them on vacation. They never share things that are actually happening, things that like real suffering that people are experiencing in their life. So I am here to share some of the suffering that I'm experiencing and also glorify God that He kept me up until now. So let's talk about the struggles of being an entrepreneur compared to when I was working. So when I was working, I earned, I think, a good salary. So I always say, I don't know if my salary was good because I only knew my friend's salary and my friend from work salary and my best friend's salary. So I don't know, like, what is a good salary? So I am in South Africa, so obviously I'll be talking in rands. You can go to Google to convert the rands to whatever currency you are using. So when I was working, I was earning 995,000 rand per annum, which was, I think I was missing 5,000 rand to get to a million a year. So I am an IT specialist. I don't want to say ex-IT specialist because I still want to do some work when it comes to that. I still want to develop things, but doing things in blockchain. So after that salary, my net salary, my gross will go to 60-something thousand, and then my net will be around 48,000. So with that take home, and yeah, I was just earning okay. But then, you know, without financial education as you grow up at school, that was not taught. So also we were not people, like, I didn't grow up in a family where I saw people having a lot of money, so I wouldn't even know how to handle money. So my parents would just get money and then feed us, and then that was it. So they never had like that opportunity where they had to make big financial decisions with their money. So obviously that went down to us. We're not good at handling finances, and I am learning now to handle finances. From there, I think the first week when I got my contract already, I had a car. I went, I remember my first job, I earned 5,500 in IT, and immediately I went and got myself a car. It was a Corsa, which I drove for 2 months, and it was written off. Think about it, guys. And now I have this debt of a car. Obviously I got money from that insurance and then had to buy another car. Then my second car was a Polo, and that Polo still exists, guys. My brother drives that Polo, and he's taking care of it like better than me. It looks nice and it's still operating very well. So that was the second car. I don't remember how much money I was paying. And then I moved to a BMW coupe, you know, the 1 Series 1 with a cabriolet convertible. Yes, that's the word that they use, a convertible. I think I was at my prime at that time because everything was just so expensive in my life. I had one of those few people who would buy Indian hair. Remember, then it was Indian hair first, and then it moved to Brazilian hair, and then the other wigs started coming. So I remember I would go to a place in Rosebank, and then they would install it, and it would be so nice, guys. I was beautiful, like so cute, and the body was nice. But then that wig came with 1.2, and that was years ago, not recently, years ago. So I would buy things like that, and then I moved to a mine at Harmony Gold Mine. I worked as a developer there, and my salary jumped. Decided, okay, it was far for me to drive from home in Tembisa to Roodepoort because it was in Krugersdorp. Then I decided to buy a townhouse in Roodepoort. I did buy that townhouse, not affording, and I was struggling now. Then it was worse because think about it, the car, a house, and then a baby. I had a baby, when I was 25. And all of that started coming in. Now I had to pay for crash. I mean, back home you pay for 200, 300 crash, but then when you get to the suburbs it's 2,000, 2,500. And then it was 1,002, I think. Then I started paying that, and it was just hard, guys. It was so hard. And then I got another job. So each and every job that I got, then it was just double. So that's why it will explain why when I got to Standard Bank, then my salary moved to that amount. And I still say other people earn more, others earn less, but those who earn more, I know a guy who's earning 2 million right now. So yeah, people earn more in IT, and the salary grows fast. For those of you who are young and want to study IT, go for IT, because the salary can go in 6 months, 6 months, 6 months. And the job, there's always jobs for IT people. Just make sure you go there, not the network king side where you're fixing computers and stuff, because most people are going there, but go for programming, you know. Yeah, write scripts. I know a language, your C++, your Java, you know, SQL Server, your ClickView, your Power, what's this, Teradata. No, those tools and those databases, and then you will do well in IT. And then I moved to TransUnion. I did well, and then I moved to Momentum. I did well as well, and then that's when I ended up at Standard Bank. So that was my salary. I did well, and I resigned June. So prior to resigning, and if you don't know the story about my depression, you can watch it, because I shared while I was in hospital. I recorded videos. So I left Standard Bank, and the main reason is because of depression and feeling like I do not belong there anymore. You know, when you overstay in something, you just know when you're just there longer. Even some relationships, you know, I tried, but here I feel like I'm overstaying, and you just feel that you're not supposed to be there. You have to let go of something. And for me, it took 5 years, guys, for me to leave that work, because my husband kept saying, no, you cannot just leave. Even though I was crying, saying I want to leave, saying I'm not a husband, the husband should be leaders. I was crying, saying he should take care of me. And then my husband saying, you have to be realistic, and then you have to think rational. We brought kids, and we didn't plan all of these things that you want be working. So we have to work on it and work on it up until you get to a point where you are able to resign. And then it started being a process. Every year I would get depressed and get admitted. I think as well, that was my way of just running away from this pain, because everything that I did there, it was just becoming so dark. My boss as well. And I don't blame him. Yes, I blame him on some of the things, but then I just blame my mind, my thinking. Everything that I looked there, it was just so bad, guys. And eventually after 5 years, I think June, the plan was to resign December, but then I was like, husband, you know, please, it's only 6 months. Let me resign. And then he did allow. And then from June until now, I've been like an entrepreneur. I've been doing YouTube, and YouTube, which is not growing fast. So guys, you might think this channel is paying. Guys, it's not paying. Okay, let me not say nothing, but then it's paying way less. You'll be shocked to share how much money I get from this channel. I do this channel because of love, because of my mission, because of what I want to contribute to the world, because of wanting to free people from feeling like I cannot share that because what will people say. So I start the conversations, and I also share the gospel, because that was the main mission of sharing my life as a Sangoma. The reason why I started this channel. I wanted to share my life as a Sangoma, what happened there, and so that people can be free. And this channel, guys, is not paying me. Yo, guys, it's not paying me. Like, I look at people who are doing vlogs, and then I'm like, guys, you are not getting paid. The better channel is the crypto channel. Still, it's not paying me that well. Maybe when I start getting brands, but for now, it's not paying me that much. This channel, guys, if you want to know the truth, is last month, I think it gave me 270. 270. Think about it. That's what 270 is around, let me see, $10 is around 180. So let's just say $20 or $30. That's how much I'm getting from this channel. So if you think sometimes I record things because of content and because of wanting followers, yes, I do want followers, because the more I have, the more I'll get brands, the more I'll be sharing the gospel to more people. But then this channel was built because I am in a mission to do something that will glorify God. So I'm not getting money from this channel. Maybe in future, when I get to 20,000, when I get to 50,000, and when brands start using this channel, I will get money. So I'm not getting anything. It doesn't contribute that much to my family, and I always say every cent counts, and I am grateful for that. But this channel is not giving much. So yeah, the other channel is doing much better than this channel. So yeah, I am getting much, and with that money still, it's not money that I am using, it's the money that I am using to pay my assistant salary, because sometimes we have money, sometimes we don't have money. Whenever we have money, I have money to pay her. Whenever I don't have money, and then I use the money that I get from the crypto channel to pay her salary. So I'm not getting anything from that. So the struggles are real, guys. The struggles are real. I could be making 500,000 now. Like June, I made 500,000, which was able to finish building our house, which is also a blessing because we didn't need to take loans, because it was going there. If I didn't have that 500,000, we were going to take loans. So that's something I'm grateful for. And then I keep making 20,000 there, 10,000, sometimes 5,000. I am still able to maintain my debit orders for some reason, because I did close one loan. I'm still on overdraft that I need to finish. And guys, it's still a lot, still a lot. It used to be 222,000. When I say I was in debt, guys, I really mean I was in serious debts. So that loan is still on 163,000, and I did pay someday. I went and paid 20,000. So it depends. When I get a lump sum, then that's when I can share some of the money and then go pay the loan. So now I'm busy with Live Good, guys. I'm getting paid every Thursday. The first week, I think it's been 3 weeks. First week I got 6,800. Second week I got 6,400, and then last week on this Thursday actually getting paid for. Last week I actually got 3,800, and next week I'm sure I am going to pass 8,000 because I worked hard this week. So it's money now, okay, that is coming from Live Good, and it does help because I am able to just pay school fees, to help my husband so that he can focus on getting our solar and saving for that as well. So I pay my debit orders, which is that overdraft, which is the main one, and then I pay for car insurance, which is around 3,000 something, and then I pay for our funeral cover and something else, or our tracker. So that goes to 7,000 somewhere there, and that I am able to pay, and I am still able to put some money in schools, and then able to buy groceries as well, so that my husband can focus on paying the bond and also other things which needs money fast. So guys, can you see that it is not easy? But I am grateful because God, He's been providing, and I've noticed that it does increase my faith. Like I am just so faithful and trust God that He will provide. Like this week I expected to earn around 6,000, 7,000, and it was 3,800. And now can you see that it's a struggle in a way? Yes, I don't need that money for anything, because I know I'll pay my school fees and all these other things. But then do you realize that sometimes it might not come? Like nothing will come. So do I say stay in your jobs? No, because I think even though sometimes I'm not able to make the whole 48,000 that I used to get from work, but then I make the most sometimes. Like I would make 60,000, 30,000, 40,000, and it comes anytime. Like just day before yesterday, I was sitting and then I saw $100, which is 1,800, just from one person joining QZ Asset Management. So can you see, guys, that it's money that I can make? So it is a struggle, guys. It is a struggle, but a good struggle. And a struggle that pushes me to have faith in God that He will provide. And that's one thing that my husband doesn't like. He's a realistic. He wants to see 1 + 1 is 2. And right now I'm living by faith, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because I just trust God will take care of us, and I just believe. And the more I do that, the more I see. And I even started paying tithes, guys, which is something that we paid and then we stopped. And then our pastor preached about that not paying tithe. And our pastor doesn't do that whole thing of, yeah, pay because you get none. No, he gives you what the Bible is saying. The Bible says pay your tithe. It is no longer 10%. It is what you can, it is a decision that a person can make, because even if you give that 10% but it's coming from a heart of not wanting to give, it is not good. And he just preached and said, us not paying tithe is like we're not trusting God to provide for the little that we had. And I was counting last month, I'm like, yo, I was able to pay for this and this and this and this, and then when I counted, those things that I counted was more than 30,000, and I paid and I still had money. And I still buy groceries in bulk. Like when I go and buy groceries, I buy 10,000, sometimes even more. I just buy in bulk so that I don't struggle for months. So guys, the struggle is real, but I'm grateful. I'm even paying my tithe, which is good, and I'm excited about that. And I'm able to help people, and I'm able to do even more for people compared to when I was working. So there's freedom, and I'm not saying resign, I'm saying build. Start planning on how you're going to resign, save that money, have a plan of something that will work. I already have a YouTube, I already have my crypto things, I already understand the crypto world. I've joined projects where I'm earning every day, and I know that whatever happens, money is coming every day. You know, in that project, I know this and this amount is coming every day. So guys, something that is doable, and maybe you might want to be taught this crypto work, because really, guys, it's not complicated. It's really not complicated. It's not like a Forex trader who sits and analyzes stock markets and do all those things. No, it's not like that, guys. It's really not like that. It's something that anyone can do, where you just join a project, you put some money, and then you earn every day. Or if you are a network marketer, if you refer, then your money keeps growing there. So basically, that's all that I'm doing. And yeah, guys, the struggle is real, but it is increasing my faith, and I do believe that we will finish paying off this bond, and which is good, guys, because before, with my salary, there was no way for us to finish paying off this bond in the next 2 years. But now it is a possibility, and sometimes some projects can go so well, like Live Good. I might reach some ranks which are higher, and then in those ranks I'll earn even more, and then maybe this bond will be done by December. So it is a possibility that can only be happening when you are a network marketer. But if you're at work, you'll only get that extra 1,000, extra 2,000 a month, and then put in your bond, which is not mine, whereas I'm putting 10,000, whereas I'm putting 20, 50,000 a month. So you see, guys, there is a possibility. So yeah, my day 2 is fine. Yesterday I didn't drink water. I think I talked a lot today. Yesterday I didn't drink water, so today I'm planning to drink water so that I can detox my body. And yeah, so I have this, my daughter has this, so I need to drink more water. And I do get headaches. I am feeling weak, but then that's when the Bible says all things are possible through him who give us strength. So like let me read Philippians 4 verse 13. It says, I can do all things through him who strengthened me. God strengthened me. And if I say I'm going to fast for 5 days, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And the second one says, Job 42 verse 2 says, I know that you can do all things, and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted. So guys, I am going to do this, and I am going to exercise after this. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to share every step I take in this journey. And yeah, thank you so much. So for today, we can close it at that. I love you guys. Yeah, guys, it is not easy. Yo, I must say it's hard, and my daughter keeps saying, why don't you just eat? It's okay, you've lost some weight. I don't know, they're saying my face is starting to look, I don't know, different from what it looks like normally. And right now, I am so weak. Like, just to climb down the stairs, it is so hard, guys. It is so hard. I've decided that I won't be going downstairs. I mean, we have a toilet here upstairs, and I have moved into a guest bedroom, which is where I recorded even yesterday. And the reason for moving is because I do not want to bother my husband whenever I'm like hungry, or my stomach is doing something, or I have a headache, or start feeling pains on my joints. So I am in the guest bedroom, and I think it's better that way because then I don't bother anyone. And sometimes I sleep during the day just to avoid the hunger, and at night I don't sleep sometimes. So I have my phone downloaded, few Netflix movies and then videos that I want. So I just go and watch Netflix, and yeah, whatever I don't like, I just remove during the time when we don't have load shedding. It is hard, guys, like it is hard. Yesterday I was sitting with my daughter and I was just fantasizing about white bread with jam and peanut butter, which is my favorite, and I think that's the reason why I gain weight too much, because I love bread. Bread tastes nice, guys, like especially jam and peanut butter. I would eat my supper and then go and make coffee and cremora with jam and peanut butter. So I keep fantasizing about that. I was even doing this, so like, okay, Bobo, I'm imagining bread, like, you know, as I'm doing this now, I'm seeing bread in my eyes with jam and peanut butter, and I'm like, I can literally, like, you know, bite it in my mind. And those are the things that I've been doing to survive. And today I decided for my daughter to bring me amaskopas, because I like amaskopas. So I have amaskopas. This is maskopas. For those who are not in South Africa, it's called disco what pops, something like that. And I just smell. I just smell amaskopas. And that also does something to my mind, and hopefully I won't like crave amaskopas as well. Yeah, so it is hard. My body right now is going into a process called ketosis, where there's no food anymore. There's no food. I think first 6 hours the food doesn't stay that long in our bodies, so the body will basically get the food and then convert it to glucose, and then that's the energy that we are getting in our bodies. But now there's no food. It's been like 3 days today and there's no food. Like the body cannot get food anywhere. So I've looked at my arms. I used to have, like, when I do this it would like wiggle. So now it's getting better. So I wish I was able to do 7 days. Maybe next time I'll do 7 days. But for now, I'll push it to 5 still. And my daughter says, quit. I'm like, you don't understand. To me, it's like if I quit, it's like failing a grade. It's like, you know, failing standard 6 or grade 5, something like that. And I'm not going to quit, guys, until Tuesday evening. And then I thought I'll eat on on Wednesday. I'll start with coffee to break my fast, and then after I'll ask my kids to cook porridge before going to school, and then I can eat that. And then my daughter said, but your fasting is ending midnight Tuesday, so you can eat midnight. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm not going to sleep Tuesday. I'm just going to stay until it's 12 a.m. and I am going to start my coffee, and then more like that. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, because every Wednesday at 5 o'clock we wake up, ladies at church, and pray. So I don't know if I'll be able to just pray with them as well. Yeah, so that's my plan. So far my body doesn't have food. It went into a process called ketosis, and with that ketosis it starts using fat in my body as energy, and that energy goes straight to my brain to support my brain functioning. And I'm getting headaches, not too much yet, but I know tomorrow it's going to be worse. But I'm getting headaches, my bones are painful, I'm weak, climbing the stairs, I think it's going to stop today. And I'm just tired, like my body's just tired. Even when I sleep I get tired from that. So I am good, though. I am good. I had to go downstairs because this room doesn't have network, and I had a meeting with this lady who paid for her one-on-one. We did the first part of her one-on-one on how to promote her business, and then we needed to do the second part where I am helping her to decorate her YouTube channel, her TikTok accounts, and all of that, because that's where we promote, and also just showing her how to upload the videos. So that's the training that I am also offering. It's 200 Rand if you're in South Africa. If you're not in South Africa, it's $10. So you can pay using crypto or PayPal if you're not in South Africa. And then I would teach you, because guys, I was thinking about it. I made $500,000 from this business without leaving this house. I don't go out there, do presentations and all. I use social media. So that's what I'm teaching people in my team. So you can just book a one-on-one session, but please, for you guys, book after Wednesday. After Wednesday, because right now I am weak. And I can only take those people who are in my team who cannot wait for me to get better on Tuesday. So yeah, that's my Tuesday. I am good. I'll keep smelling my scopas. Day 3, I'm surviving, and then tomorrow is day 4. And you know, when you're fasting, people start buying pizza, start buying. Oh, my husband had to go and buy pap and mkhodi, not mkhodi, amatumbu, which is like I don't know what, the insides of a sheep or cow. And he doesn't normally buy such things because he once bought and he had food poisoning and he had to go to the hospital, so he doesn't buy. But then he found this other place where they cook chicken. You know, they had chicken with cabbage, and the way they did it, it was so African nice. Like the pap was nice, the chicken was nice, and then from that day he's been buying there whenever I cannot cook, and the food is nice, guys. The food is nice there, and I see he's not getting sick. So because his body is very sensitive, he's that type who doesn't eat in funerals because he gets sick from that. Like he'll have like food poisoning from that. So yeah, guys, I'm doing well today. I hope you are doing well, and just commit, guys, in whatever you want to do. Just commit. I'm committing to this fasting. I'm committing to making money online. I'm committing to helping people who are poor. I'm committing to just love you guys and just share content that is true and reflecting nothing but the character of God. So just commit. Commit to whatever you want to do. It is possible to be a mother, run a side hustle, work, and also spend time with your family. Commit to spending time with your family. Our kids are growing and they are learning so much from social media. They are learning, and you want to be the one who's really making an impact in your child's life, who's really putting more information to your child's life, so that when they leave and get depressed out there, they will know where to go instead of going to different places where the world, the secular world, go. So yeah, guys, I love you guys. Yeah, I think I'll need prayers tomorrow and Tuesday. I will really need prayers to be strong, like, you know, divine strength from God. That's what I need, because there's no way I'm uncommitting to this commitment. It will really take an ambulance, and I am saying to people who want to do this, please check your health first. I know myself, I've done 3 days before. 5 days is the first time, and next time I'll move it to 7 days. And yeah, let the fat feed the brain right now, because there's no food. So now the body is breaking fat to feed my brain, and then yeah, the energy, will worry about it on Wednesday. And yeah, guys, for those of you who are not subscribing to my channel, please do subscribe. I've seen a lot of people who are watching but not subscribing. Please do subscribe. You're supporting not just me as a woman who left their corporate environment because of depression, and because of the hours as well that I spent going there, working, coming back, and not being able to spend more time with my kids. I want to own my time, and as I do that and as I grow, I want to teach other people how they can do this online business and build their side hustle. So please just pray for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching day 3. I'm not sure about day 4, because if I'm too weak, I'll probably do it in bed, and then yeah, and then day 5 as well. I'll probably do it in bed if I can't like set up my camera the way that is done now. Thank you so much. Let me use my last energy to record this video, because it's day 4 of my fasting and I cannot wait for tomorrow. So tomorrow, me and my daughter are planning to wait, actually alone because she's going to school, but planning to wait until 12, then have a cup of coffee. Welcome to my channel. My name is LindyShirries. In this channel right now, I am challenging myself to go 5 days without food, and this is day 4. And daily I've been recording videos so that you guys can see the process, and I also like to share something, anything that I can share. So I wasn't able to go through my notes because I was very weak during the day. So yesterday when I went to bed, actually in the evening, my legs were painful, just my legs, guys. So you won't believe that the struggle is not me being hungry. Like, I am not hungry. I can go 7 days not feeling hungry, but then it's the weaknesses that I'm experiencing, my bones aching, my legs aching, and feeling weak when I walk, thinking maybe I'll even faint, but then I am good now in the evening. I don't know, I've just gained energy. I think maybe it's because of the money that I received from somewhere. It got me so excited that I had to go down and check my laptop. So what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about submission. As a wife, I submit to my husband. And I know a lot of women, not a lot of women, some women submit. Some women don't believe in submitting to a husband. And yet the Bible says wives must submit to their husband, and the husband must submit to God. I mean, to Jesus, who is the head. So Jesus is the head, and then the husband is the head for a woman, and then we are next supporting our husbands. So what does it mean to submit? To submit, it's basically he leads. What he says, he actually makes the final decision. And that doesn't mean that I don't get to make decisions for the family. I also contribute to making decisions for the family. But then when it gets to that point where we're not agreeing on something, he's the one who makes the final decision, and I must submit to that. And sometimes he makes wrong decisions, but then that's the point where you just let the person make that decision, even if you're convicted that it is a wrong decision, and they'll have to just go and learn so that next time they listen to you more. So I'm married to a wonderful husband who loves me. He loved me ever since I was young. He still loves me even today. And I see that not because of the words, but I see that from actions, guys. I'm a complicated being. Like, I'm that person who just crash sometimes because of depression. I used to, but now I am sober-minded. The way it has dealt with me. So I would sometimes crash and go stay in hospital for 2 weeks, and he will stay with the kids at the same time coming to visit me in hospital, at the same time making sure that he is around with the kids. So he is that man of integrity. Like, really, like he is that type. You know, when they say there's a man of integrity, my husband, he's that man. And he's also gifted with a mind. Like, he's very analytical when he thinks, and he's very strategic. So he doesn't just talk. He thinks and then analyze and then respond. And then that response that you will get, it will be like a mic drop, like a full stop, like there's nothing else you can say because he said a mouthful. And it's not like that only to us as a family. I see sometimes he would sit my kids down and ask them, like patiently ask them, what were you thinking when you did that? What pushed you to do that? And then he would go step by step and explain and tell them what God says about whatever they did, and tell them that they are wonderful kids and they need to improve on this and this. And then he will also follow up, guys, and follow up. And I'll be looking at him thinking, okay, by that time, I'll be done shouting and screaming to that child. But my husband will take an approach where he just sits you down. And I remember when we first got married and we had to move in together, and I think we had an argument and I was shouting, and then he said, oh, in this house we're not going to communicate like that. If you want to communicate anything, just make sure you sit down and then we communicate. I will listen to you. I am a good listener. Ever since that day, guys, I never shout and scream and maybe go to bed angry. Yes, I do go to bed angry, but then that's me trying to process what to say to him, because I know every answer that's going to come out of his mouth it's going to have like facts. So I always want to go gather my facts before I go speak to him, and he loves that. When you give him facts and give him this and this and this and this and this, he listens and then think and then say, yeah, you are right, I apologize. And another thing that helps us is we apologize easy. Like, we're not that married couple that will go weeks without talking to each other. No, we're not. Like 2 days is max. Like, I can be angry today and then I'll wait the following day. That's just me gathering facts, and then the following day I'll go to him and tell him exactly how he makes me feel, and he apologizes and changes. So that's marriage. And so submission to such a husband, it is easy. Like, you want to submit because you are not forced to submit. He loves you so much. He shows his actions that he loves you. You can even see that everything he does, it's for this family, it's for my kids, it's for me. Even when the kids disrespect me, he sits them down and say, you will never ever talk to my wife like that. Like, it doesn't say to your mom, it will say to my wife like that. She comes first and then it's you guys. And then they know that I come first because he also protects me, and I'm that type that shouts and cry and then get miserable and then depressed. So he protects me as well, and not just to the kids only. He also protects me from the side like of his family. He's that type who would say, my wife, I think she worked way too much today, and maybe I think someone else can wash the dishes or something, and then he will say, let's go. He's that type who will be proud. Like I remember December, we had this event. One of Makoti's the wife, his brother's wife, yes, was graduating, and I had to do, and usually I don't do such like work too much in these events, because we had Makoti who was not older, like, you know, first Makoti, and then I'm the second Makoti, and that girl, she's the third Makoti, the one who was having a graduation, and she wasn't available for this event. So I was like head Makoti. I had to run with everything. And remember, even just cooking is a problem for me. I cook, yes, to feed my family, but it's not my strongest point. It's only now that I'm at home full time, I'm putting effort, I'm learning, I'm seeing, okay, what spices to use. I'm actually seeing that actually this thing is easy. It's just that I never had time, because I mean, high school, I was going far. Like, I would take trains, 2 trains sometimes to get to school, come back late around 6, and my mom that time, she was done cooking because supper was at 6. And then from there, high school, I had to go to university, and then from university, so I never had that moment where I was just taught to cook that much. So it's not that my cooking is not that good, but it is improving now. So that time, and as well from the family, I think I was labeled as that Makoti who doesn't cook. Like, I would wash dishes all the time because I didn't trust my cooking, and this time everything was on me. You know what I did? I planned everything. I planned the veggies, I planned the cake, I planned everything. Few months, like I think 6 months in advance, I planned, I paid, and then we paid, and then it was so special, guys. I did a brilliant job. The food was nice, and it was just me, and I asked Sally, my assistant, to go help me as well. So we prepared everything. We marinated the meat the day before, and then we cooked the following day. The salads were good, my cream spinach was good, and everyone was there was just like shocked, because I was labeled as that Makoti who doesn't really like to work, and I don't blame them. I was that type of Makoti where I'll just come and say, okay, let me wash dishes, but then the hard work is the peeling, the cooking. So not having this head Makoti available that day helped me to actually realize that so I can do this. I can actually plan this whole thing, and people ate on time, people enjoyed the food, and then I had to pack everything, wash dishes. So I was dead tired that time. So we learn, like, you learn these things, and then I had to prove again to myself. I said, Christmas Day, they must come to my house, I'll cook for them. And I cooked again, nice food. So that was a good thing for me, because I learned that it's not because I'm lazy, it's because I didn't know, but now I know. I can be that Makoti, you know, the one who cooks. The only thing that I can't do is that big pot, and I usually just find someone from church to come and do it for me and then drive them back to where they stay. So I never like go and beg. You know, these women, they're like, we'll see who's going to do the pap. Nah, I'm not like that. I just go hire someone to come and do the pap, as long as I'm sure that they can do the pap very well. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk to you about submitting. Submission is not a sign of weakness. Most women feel like if you submit, it is a sign of weakness. It is not a sign of weakness. And it's easy to submit to someone who loves you. Someone who loves you, it's easy. You want to cook for that person. You want to prepare lunch. You want to make everything special for them because they love you and you see that they love you. But here's a case where someone doesn't really show like love. Maybe they drink, or maybe they're not Christians. I mean, some people are married to husbands who are not going to church. What does submission look like for them? The Bible doesn't change. It still says submit to that drunk husband. Maybe your submission is a way for them to see that God is doing something for this woman to behave like this, even when I'm drunk, even when I do this and this. So just keep submitting, keep doing what the Bible is saying, keep doing what the Bible is saying, so that that person can see God's character in you. So yeah, those are my words. And if you are a husband and watching, just love your wife. The Bible commands you to love your wife. I mean, the Bible says clearly that husbands, love your wife, and then wives, submit to your husband. It is easy to submit to a man who loves you. So yeah, guys, today I thought let's just talk about this submission. It's really not a sign of weakness. And even if you are that woman who's earning a lot, and probably you have helpers or two helpers. I know a friend who have two helpers, and because she is busy at work, but she still submits to her husband. And we know some women who are earning way too much, but they still submit to their husband. Even if your husband is earning way less, like not even 30% of your salary, that man is still a husband. And then I just thought of something right now. I have a friend who's a single parent, but I'm glad she's finally getting married to a wonderful man who came and doing everything right. So before she had this boyfriend, she was raising a son alone, and she would say things like, I'm raising my son as a woman, and I can only teach her what I know as a woman. And sometimes I can see the gaps, that if there was a man, this boy would know what he needs to do as a boy. And then she was just saying to me that there's a gap. We need to make sure that those kids who do not have fathers find fathers at church, find people who will guide them and teach them. I mean, at church we have a guy who didn't have parents, but the church raised that boy, and that boy now is married, and he is saying that I will make sure that my daughter grows up knowing what it means to be to have a father and a mother. So we want to fill those gaps where there's a woman who's raising kids. Just volunteer to take that boy once in a while and spend time with that boy, teach that boy principles that they need to do, because we all having like a role. I'm a role as a mother. I'm a nurturer. I have to cook. I have to do all these things in the house, take care of the house. And then the husbands, naturally, they are the hunters. They need to go out there and bring food at home and provide for their families. And even though sometimes we come and provide as well, but that doesn't change. So let's just fill that gap where we go and find those boys and make an impact in their lives, so that one day when they grow up, they will be best fathers, best husbands to their wives. They shouldn't go and be a husband who's a mama's baby, you know, who says, my mom says this and this. And my friend, even right now, she says she tries to give him tasks like responsibilities of a man. She tries and say, did you make sure that all the dogs are locked and we are safe? Me and your sister are safe. And you know, like those responsibilities that a man should do, even though he's young, he's still in primary, but then he does make sure now that the doors are locked. He does make sure that security, he's sort of like one person who's responsible to make sure that they are safe. So such small tasks that you can do you can share with your son to make sure that they grow up knowing that they are responsible. They are the one who is the provider for the family. So yeah, guys, yeah, I think that's enough to share for today. I'm already thinking I should go to providers and what, but I don't want to go to that topic. We'll go to that topic some other day. Thank you so much for your support. Do pray for me. I'm finishing tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day, and tomorrow at 12, if I'm still awake, I will eat, guys. I'll start with coffee and then eat a muffin and then maybe go to bed. But if I'm not awake, I'll eat in the morning, because we have prayer at 5 o'clock on Wednesday. So I'm thinking if I don't sleep and then I'll have to wake up for prayer, I won't wake up. And that prayer is important, because we get to pray for people at church. We get to pray for different situations. We all rotate and share what God has set in our minds, and then we all pray based on whatever that person share for that day. So that prayer is important, guys. Yeah, final words. I am still fine. I can walk. I'm fine. I'm not hungry. The cravings stopped. I don't know. Maybe it's because I keep smelling those disco pops. I'm a scopas. I keep smelling those. So the cravings are not there anymore, and I am good. I slept this morning. Like, I slept and woke up at 10 because I just felt like my legs were too painful for me to even sleep. Like, it was just so painful. But now my legs are fine. The only thing that is bothering me now is just me being weak. But I can deal with that as long as I don't have headaches. I had a headache during the day, but then it disappeared now. So I don't have headaches. I don't have anything. The only thing is just lifting my body. Like, if I were to stand up like this right now, it's such a mission, guys. It's such a mission. So yeah, I'm still in this room, and I'm not promising that I'll bath tomorrow. The way I'm feeling so weak, just standing in the shower, it's just too much. Climbing down the stairs, it's just too much. So this room is a mess. I forgot to ask my daughters to do the bed for me, so I'm just gonna go in there. And I normally don't go to the bed. That is not done in the morning, but today I am going in, guys. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Those who are wives, submit to your husband. You know, just compete and say, I will love you more. And the husband says, I will love you even more. And let it be a competition. You'll appreciate each other. And thank you so much for watching. Yeah, guys. So guys, this is day 5. I am without energy. I don't think there's any energy left in me. It is now 10:40. And I know it's just 1 hour, 30 minutes or somewhere there to 12 o'clock, and then I can eat. But I'm too tired and weak to even sit or wait for that. So I'm just going to sleep. And yeah, I've already ordered my wimpy breakfast. It's going to be delivered tomorrow at 8. And my daughter, she's going to cook porridge for me before going to school. And I also have prayer in the morning at 5 o'clock. I'll just decide how I feel in the morning, if I join or not join. And today we had a theology class at church, so we usually connect on Tuesdays. But in the morning I said I'm not going to attend, but in the evening I said let me just connect, even if I don't say anything, but connect so that I'm not behind and maybe not understanding, like next week when I connect. So at least I understand what they were doing today, and I can continue well tomorrow. So I'm just praying for energy, for my energy to recover well tomorrow, because I do want to go to Macro and buy groceries. I usually buy in bulk, so I just have a few things. I think I only have 3,000. Not that big grocery where I'll spend 8,000. So I'm just going to buy a few things like your milk, 4 pack of 6. And just 25 kg of soap, and wheat bix maybe 4 large boxes, you know. So I'm just going to be specific on what I buy for my 3,000 to at least cover some things, maybe 4 to 6 cornflakes, and then I'll see tomorrow what else I need. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to have a lesson or something. I don't have energy for that, so I'm just going to go and sleep. And tomorrow we'll probably measure my weight to see how much weight I lost because of this. and then we'll continue with more updates after that. And then you'll see my breakfast if Wimpy delivers at 8. And yeah, guys, otherwise I'm good. And my kids have been counting hours for me. And yeah, I'm good. And I did it, guys. I didn't give up. And here's the thing, I don't give up on things, especially challenging things. So let's hope my mission of going back to exercise, walking, will be better now, because I'm no longer heavy. And that was the mission. I didn't like being heavy. So yeah, guys, good night. Good morning, guys. It is a Wednesday. Finished fasting at 12 midnight. But then I couldn't wake up to eat. So now my daughter made me coffee around, I think, 5 or 6. And I had that. And I ordered myself breakfast. And they just delivered. Because I just did it yesterday. I'm like, okay, tomorrow at 8 they must just deliver, because I want to eat cheese grillers. And I'm weak, guys. I am so weak. I'm supposed to clean, but I don't think I'll clean. I'm too weak to clean. I'm just going to eat something soft like porridge, but I don't think I have the energy to go make myself porridge. My husband said he'll make for me, but he was late. And was it easy, guys? No. Now, as you can see, I can't even breathe. I am still weak, tired, my body is still painful. But yeah, I'm glad that I finished this one thing, which was a goal of me for this year, to fast for 5 days. So we will do it next year. Next year we'll add 2 more days, and then it will become fasting for 7 days. And is it something that I wish someone can do? Yes. You challenge yourself. You just push your limits. As much as I could have said that I do not want to continue anymore, to me it's the commitment part. I committed to do something and I must see it finish. And so I have a jar, which is my to-do jar for 2023. So I'm just going to write this as something that I did and put it. Well done to me. So I'm just going to wrap this and then put it on my to-do jar. So what are some of the things that I want to do? I want to do a solo trip to locally and internationally. I don't know which country I'll select. It all depends with what I can afford. But then it must be a solo trip where I go and just see different places and enjoy and be alone, because that's the fear. That's the fear I have. Being alone in a chalet somewhere, I constantly think there'll be snakes. Or in a hotel, I'll think maybe someone who's working there will just swipe a card and come to my room. Just like what happened to that girl from Nigeria who went to a different country, and then someone went into her room wanting to sleep with her. So those are my fears, and I want to face those fears. Another fear is swimming. So I need to book myself. I already have information about that. At my child's school, they said they do offer swimming classes 6 to 7 in the evening for parents. So I'm definitely going to start there, because I just need the basics of swimming so that I don't drown. And also, if I visit these countries and I need to swim, I should be able to swim and enjoy the moment, because I honestly love rivers, beaches, places where there's water and I can't swim. So I just stand at a shore. I know I need to fix the swimming part. So that's something that I want to do. Something that I added to my list. I don't make lunch for my kids. I'm not that type of a mother who wake up and do lunch and put notes and wara. No, I don't do that, because my kids, the 2 girls are grown. I mean, one, she's 17. The middle one, she's turning 14. And my younger one is 8 years old. And they do the lunch for them and the younger brother. So I don't do lunch, but I just thought it would be sweet once a week to do like a special lunch for them, and you know, the one where there's compartments and everything. So I just thought about that. Maybe it's because I was fantasizing too much about food. So it's something that I want to do for everyone, just once a week. As much as I don't like cooking and all, one thing that my family appreciates is me waking up every Sunday to cook before going to church, so that when we come back we have a meal. And I always go all out on Sundays, and my kids appreciate that more about me. And I remember when I went to visit that clinic for 2 weeks, they just said, yo mama, out of everything, every Sunday, like, we knew that when we come back from church we'd have food, and there was no food. So we really, really like miss you. So I knew that even though I'm not a good cook, but they appreciate my food, my Sunday food. So I want to do that for them, and it will go with the notes, me encouraging them on something depending on what's happening that week. I'll do the same for my husband. So that's something that I also want to do. So that requires me to learn how to create different things, like your rotis, like your burgers, like your fold overs, things like that, right fruits, because I really want to make it nice and special for them. So that's something else that I want to do. So yeah, guys, I'm done. So I think I should eat cornflakes, because I'm scared to take this bread straight to my mouth right now. I think it will make me sick. Yeah, but guys, it's something that I would recommend people to do. Challenge yourself. Things that you think you cannot do, challenge yourself. So now I need to go weigh myself and see how much weight I've lost. I think last time when we measured myself, we were on 79.9 or something like that. I can say 80, and then now I'll see how much I've lost. And that was not the real mission. The mission was reducing my weight so that I can start exercising, so that I can start feeling good about myself, so that I can also work on my beauty, like find things that suit me. And another challenge, something that I want to do, is to put my makeup nice, like nice, not the one where you can't, like, there's layers and layers. A simple makeup where I always just feel good about myself. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. Survived, and I did manage to record every day, and I am so proud of myself. And yeah, let's challenge ourselves. Thank you so much, guys, for your support, and I am super, super happy that I'm done.